Thank you so much for having me here, and no pun intended, I am really happy to be with you today.
Entitled to Dance or Die. Now, how many of you have ever experienced your own comfort zone? Comfort zones start with those things, or the boxes that we grow up in. Sometimes it could start. I always loved parties. I loved gatherings where people could get together. And I loved American Bandstand. Now, I don't know if any of you are old enough to remember Dick Clark, American Bandstand. And I thought, oh, this looks like so much fun. I want to be one of those kids on American Bandstand. I want to dance. And my daughter is my one and only child. I actually homeschooled her after I was finished with my corporate career. And she loved dance, and she was quite a good dancer. And I always wanted to be a good role model for her. And one day she said to me, Mom, she called me on the phone, she said, I just learned something. SPC offers Intro to Dance. I said, really? Are you going to take a dance class? She said, why am I taking Intro to Dance? I've had 7 or 8 years of it. You're going to take it. I said, what do you mean I'm going to take Intro to Dance? Mom, she said, these are not little 5-year-olds in tutus. These are adults. It's Intro to Dance. You can do it. And I thought, well, I certainly don't want my daughter to think her mother can't do it because I'm supposed to be a good example to her. So I reluctantly signed up at age 49 and counting for my very first Intro to Dance class. My very first class, and I remember going in, and they decided to ask everyone what their background in dance was. And I'm thinking, a background in dance? Isn't this called intro? The next thing I know, people have up to 7 years dance experience. Some of them were on competitive teams. They danced everything. And then they get to me. Now, obviously, you could tell I've never met a stranger, and I'm really not shy. And I said, well, my name is Maura Sweeney. I said I had my first dance class in November of 1962, at which point I spent a half hour looking in the mirror, making funny faces. My mother brought me home. She never spoke about it again. This is my second dance class. Now, if I were in that class, I would have broken up laughing, thinking, you are the funniest person I've ever met. Not one person even cracked a smile. All right. As it turned out, I did complete the entire class, and I thought, well, I can't stop now. So I took a few more classes. And I will just tell you this, I was terrible. I was not just bad, I was awful. You know, sometimes, in addition to doing things as a group, we were also told to dance across the floor. And there's something called the jazz move. You ready? The jazz walk. Does everybody know the jazz walk? This is the jazz walk. Okay, wait a minute. I want you to know I could not do the jazz walk. I remember saying to teacher, run after my news. She said, Maura, it's really not that complicated. There was one girl in my class, she said, Maura, I hope you don't mind, but I really am laughing at you. I have never seen anybody this bad. 4 or 5 years later, I had taken so many dance classes, and I'm not going to tell you I'm great. I'm not, because that would be a lie. But I wasn't looking to be on Dancing with the Stars, but here is something so funny. About 6 months ago, I was at another dance class that I happened to take at the Safety Harbor Health Spa, and it's a dance fusion class. It's a little bit of everything, and I love it. And the teacher, who did not know my background, said one day in the middle of class, you are such a natural. I wish my original teachers from SPC, who, by the way, were so understanding. They failed me twice, by the way. But more because I didn't show up for class because I traveled quite a bit. It wasn't on purpose. All I wanted to say is, where are all those people in my original class? I need them here so they can laugh with me. I'm a natural. I thought, 5 years, 750 classes, and I'm a natural. That's all it took for me to exit the comfort zone. But I am one happy person because I learned how to do it. But here's the thing. It was something on the inside of me that I knew from the time that I was a little child that would have made me happy. Something about dance is so expressive to me, and it's an elixir. I don't know if anyone has ever experienced this before, but you really can't be sad if you are dancing. Now, I don't know what your comfort zone has been. I don't know where you've been in life, where you either were told by your environment or someone told you, maybe you told yourself you couldn't do something. Oh, it's too late. Oh, I don't want to do that. Oh, that, and you come up with every excuse not to do something. I hope that you revisit that thought. And if you don't even know what that thought is, maybe you've forgotten about it, close your eyes and think, what is that thing that makes me happy? I'm going to give you a minute, and the moment that you realize you're smiling, you have connected with what that thing is.
I want to thank Maura for being our closing speaker at the Hispanic Leadership Conference. She has been a wonderful, inspirational person, not just to speak at our conference, but to just collaborate with and coordinate with throughout the last several months. Inspires me personally, and she inspired the entire audience. We want to thank her very much. She's amazing.
Wow. Maura to me is living positive living her dreams. And when I think of happiness, the first person that I think of is Maura Sweeney. And when we were doing this conference today on the challenge of happiness, I said to the conference committee, you have to have Maura Sweeney end the conference, and she just wrapped it up with a big bow with all of her positiveness and her happiness. I love Maura Sweeney, and I feel blessed to be her friend.